Okay, good morning, good afternoon, everybody. It is 12:39 on Monday, November. Um, what's the date today? First week of November before Thanksgiving, 15th maybe. So I'm going to take you through a 5-minute chart in the S&P today, which is really a beauty. Go by bar and take it to the present time, which shows up the proper setup to the market. So we have a market overnight. Europe takes all the way across, and nothing really happened in Europe that affects the U.S. market. We stay relatively flat in the market. We want to mark the areas of the high and low of the overnight session. It's important. Overnight sessions, in my opinion, I'm trying to train it for, used to get retested. So we clearly see the trend range with no edge. The opening is not really a sign of weakness in the market. We have a lot of volume that comes into the market to begin with. Suffice to say, it was selling on the opening, but not all stocks open at the same time. We go forward, makes sense. The first retest we get to, we attempt a spring. Just as if we get the first retest of a high, expect an upthrust. Just a probing mechanism, the spacing concept. Principle goes up, volume is steady. Now we're into the first 15 minutes of trade, and we get up to the point where the market now is going from the spring. It may look for the upthrust and see what the market's feeling out process. We get that upthrust. Very typical behavior. Okay? Where early parts of the market, volatility increases because the volume starts to increase too. Come back down. We want to see if we want to absorb the market or not. Maybe the first stage of absorption, the market comes back up. So the market stays in the upper hand range-wise. We look for a spring type behavior. The market looks like absorption. The question is, do we have a trigger? The answer is no, we don't. But we have to observe the market here. Now we're going to draw the top of this line also, because this line will also give us an area that the market needs to take out before it can mark up. Not expecting it's early part of the stage, it's the early part of the stage of the day, but later part of the day overall. We go on, boom. Now we have to find out is that supply. Since there's no trigger here, we're not involved. So wait for that trigger. Mark comes in. Wider range, volume slightly higher. Not the supply bar, but a long rotation. Now we can expect the market maybe test down to support and stay in the range. Boom. Well, looks like effortless result, doesn't it? Stopping action. Market volume is almost the same. Range is much smaller. Kind of a positive sign. No supply. Buying in the background. It's okay. The market was not ready to mark up here. Goes up. Boom. Nice. Increasing volume, increasing range. Buyers came into the market. We like that. Again, we want to see a trigger of a action here, absorption, springboard, some type of action. Boom. Okay. Typical of a trade range. We continue. Okay, goes back up, doesn't come back down to test. Okay. We'll draw this line here, intra-market day or intraday of the market. Just add one more piece of the puzzle. Market goes up. Now it looks like what? Now we're getting two bars that are similar. A little more spacing. Looks like we're beginning to get absorption. If you were to take the spring trade here, you have enough information of buying in the background, the stop would have to be disaster stop initially under here, right? But you have all this cost built. At a minimum, it's under here, but you have to watch it very carefully. So if you take the trade here, that's your risk. Now, to me, this clearly becomes absorption. So increasing volume upside. I think your buy area now is Remember, you got the spring, you took a little extra risk. I think you can buy it here. Stop becomes under here. Even though we kept it here, we should not violate this, but we'll keep it here as a stop initially, only because we should be ready to go now. Okay, so move all the stops here, up here, up. There's your absorption process to current where we're at. It's a very good chart of a market that does not mark down springs. If you want to buy this as a shorting of the thrust, it's early, right? It's early. Definitely wider range, a little less volume, small range. If you want to be aggressive, you could buy this, stop here. If you want to buy this, stop here. So surety of the trade, when you see the absorption process taking place here. The risk is also here. The buy and the close. Now, this process should take you higher. If you then draw a reverse trend line to the market, you'll see that the market ending up following this line pretty good. It gives an objective of 21 today. If you draw the parallel line across, and then you form your axis line here, right? You should not be falling up under this particular market here. So low risk trades, absorption process to the market, reaction wise happens to be at a point where the market's, you're waiting for the buying, the shorting of thrust, edge, buying, right? Buying, in the markup absorption process. No supply in the background. Just a parallel. This is a channel. Easy moving up. You'll stay long until the market gives you supply. Great chart. That concludes Monday's session of the trade in the edges of the day. Thank you.